What's up, fuckers? So, working on shit, doing it right. I watched some streams recently, had some fun with it, and I've been following the saga with Unbleached and Lossless and Hipstar and Gay Guitar Guy and Robin and whoever the fuck else. You know, it's been interesting just to see how everybody does things. Seeing Hipstar on Unbleached, I do think it was very unfortunate with the audio. We didn't really get to see the full capacity of what Hipstar could do. I don't know if it was Discord. I don't know what the issue was with limiting his ability to speak on the show, but I hope that if he ever calls in the future, that can be resolved. Because when Hipstar was talking, it was like his voice would just fade out very quickly, and then Lossless would talk, or Whoosh, whatever you want to call him, and he would be able to, you could hear him, but you couldn't really hear Hipstar very well. And he said that Whoosh couldn't really shout because, like there were kids and they were sleeping. So I don't know. It wasn't the ideal scenario. I actually wanted to call in, but I was over at my parents' place, so I needed to find some headphones. So I looked all throughout my bedroom, my old bedroom. There was like a shitload of different boxes, looked through every single one, could not find headphones. And by the time that I considered calling in without headphones, he already had ended the show. So that was unfortunate. I had not listened to the entire Unbleached program yet. I would like to continue listening and get to the end, but I heard that Jarva called in and that they were not really interested in having her on the program. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, I feel like she's kind of a classic member of the show. In fact, that was the show that I originally even met her on. If it weren't for the Unbleached program, I don't think she would be a buster to this day. Now, I don't know if I've always wondered this, and I haven't asked Unbleached about this, but I have always wondered if he had any resentments about me, like, taking her away from the show, getting her to, like, not talk, not be on his show. I didn't know if had gotten mad, if he had gotten mad, like, this was, because it's almost like you're hanging out with, it's similar to like you're hanging out with your friends, right? And then you meet this new guy. You bring this new guy into the group, and then all of a sudden, he steals all your friends. He starts networking and he takes everybody, and he becomes friends with all these people. So, he talks to them and takes them over. And I feel like maybe that's kind of what it seemed like I did. Like I just like hijacked his entire friend group and took them over, and nobody was really, interested in it. So, I don't know. I did check out some Gay Guitar Guy clips. They covered me talking about Lossless, and one of the things I said was one of the things that they fixated on and made fun of, which I thought was, pretty funny actually, was when I said, if you want to get offended by Hipstar, that's your job. Right? So, like, I don't know why I chose that wording. That's your job. Clearly, that's not like, a reasonable thing to say. I should have said, like, that's your choice. That's your, you know, that's your decision. That's up to you. But I chose to say, if you want to get offended, that's your job. So they riffed on that for like 3 to 5 minutes, and that was pretty funny. I don't know. Thought that was, interesting just to hear. But yeah, Uncle Podcast is really doing a lot of clips. He's posting it on the Bagel Bossless channel on YouTube. I'm a fan of both I'm a fan of Lossless and Hipstar and Unbleached and Gay Guitar Guy. I'm a fan of everybody. I enjoy everyone's input and all the entertainment that everyone is willing to put out there. So I do enjoy it. I do have fun with it. And, there's not really much more I can say. I just like it and I have a good time. But I want to move forward. I want to see what else is available, what else everyone is doing. So there's Soup Party clips, there's Unbleached clips, I don't know if there's Lossless clips yet, but we'll see. Obviously, if I had to pick a program out there that was the future of streaming, I would, of course, pick Busters as that very program. But, of course, I'm very biased because I am a part of that program. New Busters, I should say. But there is a show that I do want to get on the radar of soon, and that show is the Adam Friedland show. So I'm going to do everything I can to get on their radar, to get involved with them and get their attention. I don't know what it will take exactly to get them to pay attention to us, to my channel and the rest of us. But, if I could do it with Red Bar, I'm optimistic that I could do it with them as well. I don't know if I'm going to take a similar tactic or a different tactic, but I'll probably cover them a shit ton and then see if they, if they bite, if they pay attention and start saying things. They've already acknowledged Red Bar, so it's not totally out of the question that they would acknowledge me at some point if I either harassed them or covered them or whatever. I do have a sneaking suspicion that they may have already discovered the channel through the Red Bar show. I don't have any proof. However, some of the topics that they covered seem suspiciously similar. For example, they're playing the Taxi song a lot, and that's something that I played on the show quite a bit. They talked about vampires and windows, which or Dracula and windows, which is something that I covered in a very specific way. The brass tacks thing. When he says, and that's the brass tacks, it's very similar to when I talk about that's the bottom line. So I've thought about that before. Their circular logo is very reminiscent of the HB logo. I'm trying to think of some of the other things that are similar. I will think of them in, fairly soon. I'm trying to think of them, though. There's been quite a bit of similar aspects. I mean, one of the reasons that I'm thinking that they might have copied it is because that Adam Friedland is their host, and Red Bar has drawn comparisons between myself and Adam Friedland, so it would make perfect sense that they would want to do something in the vein of my show simply because we've had Adam Friedland. They also had the monologue, right? The monologue on the show, and that's not to say that I invented monologues, but it's fairly uncommon on podcasts. They also had the N64, which I feel like is a nod to my constant mentioning of the Nintendo Switch. So I feel like there's something there, possibly mentioning, and I don't have confirmation of this. This could be all delusion, but I'm wondering now. Also, their chairs are very old fashioned, and they say they're Dick Cavett chairs, etc. But I do have kind of a 70s looking chair on my show. So I feel like there's a similarity there and a possible copying. I don't know for sure, but that would be a handful of things right there, um, that were drawn from the show. Again, no proof, no evidence, but it seems to me that there might be something going on. Even the cadence of Adam Friedland's monologue, it feels a little similar to what I do on the show. Kind of a news reporter kind of rhythmic type of thing. So little similar vibes there. There's also the way that they do their podcasts and the lettering and everything for the Adam Friedland podcast, where they have it as a separate show, where it's the Adam Friedland show and the Adam Friedland podcast, and they talk about how that one is a behind the scenes look into the show, and that's what I did with the Inside Busters program. So that's just a little bit right there. That's 8 similarities, and obviously, similarities like that are not proof of anything, but they are, weird coincidences that could mean something. They're also doing kind of a panel format, unlike anything they did before, which is a staple of the Busters program. So it's just these little things that make me wonder if they are tuning in. Plus the fact that they watch Red Bar is very much a look into the possibility of such things. I don't want to blow smoke up my ass. I already have enough people doing that. Actually, more people. I would like to enlist more people to blow smoke up my ass. I feel like my ass is lacking smoke as of late. But what else? Is there anything else? They had Jordan Jensen on the show a lot more often than they used to, and that was right after I covered her quite a bit. So I do wonder if there's like something going on there. If they looked at it and they're like, okay, we've got to do this. We've got to have her on because clearly there is something to her. So that right there is like 10 different similarities between the Busters program and the Adam Friedland show. Now, what else? Is there anything else? Is there any possible other thing that could, link us to the acclaimed Adam Friedland show? Obviously, they're much larger. They have a much bigger audience. A lot of people tuning in. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure if there's anything else. If anything comes to me, I will tell you. But that we don't really do like the video sketches or anything like that, so that's not really a similarity. We don't use lavalier mics or shotgun mics or whatever. We don't switch cameras, so none of that is really similar, but just sort of I'm getting a vibe of some similar things going on. And Ian Ellis actually, he actually said that he felt like Nick Mullen had been tuning into his show, and he's very much in the similar world as me. So, I'd like to talk to him and hear what some of his thoughts were about people in the Nick Mullen verse copying his show. Again, it could be complete paranoia. It could be complete delusion. I don't want to commit to anything as of yet. I've only had, just now thought of 10 examples. There are some other, there might be some other things that if I really racked my brain, that I could think of that are similarities. Not quite sure yet what they might be, but maybe we just have the same kind of brain, so we think of the same kinds of ideas. But anyway, maybe I'll come back to that. I'm not sure. The fume thing, I don't cover fume. I don't do advertisements, so that's not at all similar. In some ways we can kind of be like low energy monotone types of guys. So me and Nick Mullen are maybe similar there. Me and Adam Friedland obviously have a similar look. We're both compared to women by certain people. Let me think though. I don't know. Is there anything else? Is there anything there really? I'm not sure. Only you can tell me. Only the audience can tell me. But they did talk about Fool's Notice. They did talk about Red Bar. So those are similar things. Presentation wise, we're not that similar. They use like cinema cameras and such. They kind of wear like different costumes and stuff. I don't really wear too many costumes. Maybe once in a while I will, but I haven't done much lately anyway. I haven't done much in the way of costumes or props or anything like that. So yeah, that's kind of where it is with that. As far as other streamers I might want to cover, I would say that people like I want to do some more host praisers segments. How's it going, Radio Foreman? If you ever want to come on the show, possibly with Rev as well, I'm not sure. But if you ever want to come on the show and do a skate talk segment, we can do that for a little bit. We can have fun with that and see where that goes. You can show me some recent tricks. Patty Spaghetti says, are you still mad at me for saying you're just a fat guy from Philly? Look, I'm very upset. I feel like you didn't have to go there. You didn't have to talk about my looks. You didn't have to use, what should I say? You didn't have to use ad hominem attacks. And frankly, if I ever had to, if I ever talk to you again on YouTube, I'm going to probably ban you from the show completely. No, listen, I don't care. In fact, the next day after it happened, I was already over it. The only reason I play clips on the show about you saying that is because I think it is funny. I think it's silly. I laugh at people trashing me. I don't think that you meant what you said. I don't think that you care. And I don't think that it really matters at all. And the less that I get drunk, the less that I'm going to, the less that I'm going to randomly call people on Discord. I try to do it. I try to rein in the crazy, rein in the absurdity. You're acting like May. Listen, I don't think May is on YouTube. Now, Jarvis on Hawks, will you help me by giving me a ride with your car? I'll pay you. Oh, a ride to, first of all, a ride to where? Number one. You know, I live like an hour away at least, right? Also, where are you trying to go? And where the fuck are you trying to go? And um when is Lesme's? I thought you were gonna do it last night, but I guess on Bleach had a show. Bleachy had a show. So couldn't do it then. Maybe if you're available to do it tonight, you know, it's a possibility. I could probably do it tonight. You know, if you want to be the producer, we could do that. I will say, you know, Trevor, there's a lot of talk about you in the Hipstar group chat. You know, they're promoting you quite a bit. They're really excited about your next, you know, your next word. They're hanging on to every word that you're saying. They want to know your opinions on Hipstar, on Lossless, on all those people. So I think you should be happy and excited about that. But let me know if you want to do a show tonight and we can set that up. Foreman, Hipstar is hot. Well, he's very fit. He's a very in shape, muscular wrestler guy. So you know, I mean, why wouldn't you be into him? He's very, you know, he talks about his workout routine. He was doing his meal prep. You think he's doing steroids? I don't know. I have no idea. But Foreman's jealous. Interesting. Foreman, you know, if you want to do the skate talk segment, let me know. Let me know if you want to do it on the channel. We'll do that. You know. But it sounds like Hipstar might have taken the spot for the hottest YouTube streamer. You know, I've seen the polls. I've seen people talking, you know, Foreman ranks pretty high. They compared him to a lot of other streamers. And you know, smile. Thank you, Betty Spaghetti. Should smile more often. Yeah, look, you're right. I should smile more often. I don't. I don't smile enough because I'm a very, very moody, shitty person. You know, I don't show off my $1 million smile quite often enough. Smile for mommy. Ooh, Foreman. You know, this is why I am glad for chat, because they say some silly shit. You know, and that's why I like the chat. But you know, it's an interesting observation that you said I don't smile very much. That must mean I have I'm a very depressive person, or I'm a very non-emotive person. You know, I don't know. Who is the hottest lesbian? I don't know how many lesbians are there. There's only 2 lesbians, right? It's me and you, or you know, at least that's the way the frenemies show works. There's 2 people. Are we going to have a ton of lesbians on the program? You know, I have no idea. Like an older woman's dump truck on my face. Now, B-Sox, B-Sox is very much into butt stuff, at least I've heard. And I'm not like a super butt guy. Yeah, at least okay. Like, butt stuff is fine, but like you're into farts and gross shit, right? It's very disgusting. I'm a very I'm very much when it comes to farts and poop, I'm very much a woman. I don't want to hear about it. I don't even want to know. I don't want anybody to hear me fart ever. And when anybody acknowledges it, I get embarrassed. I want to cry. I was at work one time and I farted, and a woman next to me was like, "Ha ha, he farted." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I need to fucking kill myself. I need to jump out a window, even if it's a first story. I just need to jump out some window and die because I don't want to be known." Meanwhile, like my sister and my dad are like, "Oh, I just fucking farted." And it's like, could you be a little more shy? Could you be a little more disgusted with yourself? Like, these are bodily functions that shouldn't be publicized. Anyway, what time tonight is Lesme's? We could do it at um I would say a very conservative 10 p.m. Could you do 10 p.m.? Because I'm up at my parents' house today because I celebrated my sister's birthday, right? Yesterday. And yeah, be a little more shy because they're like my sister and my dad, they're just like, yeah, let's talk about our farts and our craps. And it's just like, do you have to? Yeah, like my sister will like fart and she'll be like, "I'm crop dusting all of you." And I'm like, what is this, like middle school, elementary school humor? Like, do we have to look? I get it, like Howard Stern likes it, but I don't like that stuff. I'm Look, I might be a slob in other ways, but I don't, yeah, she didn't fart on her birthday. All she did on her birthday was complain about how I was like, I don't I okay, so I showed up late. I showed up a little late. Um, because I slept in because I have bad sleep hygiene, right? And why is your sweater all that? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Jackson. You're lucky I even let you in the chat, you fucking piece of shit. Anyway, did your sister fart on her birthday? No. But she was very upset that I showed up late, and that was on me. But like the whole day, she was like, "I don't want to hear him talk. I don't want to hear him do anything. I don't want to hear him," you know, very upset with me, and I feel bad for showing up late. But anyway, um, sometimes I take things at face value. You are lucky I'm in your chat. How exactly am I lucky that Jackson Black is in my chat? What do I get out of the Jackson Black experience? You unfunny fool. Listen, you might be right that I'm not funny, but I guarantee that you're only saying that because I don't like you and because I exposed you and because I don't let you on the program. But as far as face value, yeah, like I take people's claims at face value too much. Like somebody will say like, go ahead and treat me like shit. I don't care. And then I will proceed to treat that person like shit as if they don't care. And it'll only dawn on me like hours later that they were being sarcastic and they actually wanted me to treat them nicely. You know, I have a lot of insight. Unfortunately, it's 3 hours later. That's how it works. A Jew, some random whites, and kind of black. I'm not sure what we're talking about, but I agree. We got to have. Oh, you're talking about the chat itself? Um, accept Jesus into your life. Well, listen, the mushrooms have helped me do that. The Amanita muscaria specifically, not the psilocybin. Psilocybin is good, but Amanita puts you on a different planet. Not a different planet, in a different universe, parallel universe. So Jarvita, if you're still in the chat, let me know. I'll talk to you in the group chat. But if you're still in this chat, tell me if 10 p.m. tonight is good, and we'll do the Lesme show. As far as all of you in the chat right now, I'm glad that you're here. I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do. I've done some of these, chats. Now, what time is Hipstar live? Seems like every time I want to go live, Hipstar happens to be doing it coincidentally at the same time, and I don't think it's on purpose. But Soup Party, aka Gay Guitar Guy, were you there? You were there for the recent Unbleached show, right? On the Bleached channel with Lossless, etc. So Hipstar is eye candy. Could you be more on the go, on the nose, Betty? You should talk to Hipstar. You should go on Hipstar's show, talk to him. Drool all over him. But no, you're just joking. You don't have to joke. You don't have to be humorous. You can tell people how you feel. It's I don't care. Maybe you are joking, but whatever. All right, so he's doing live 9 or 10. I don't blame you. Be forward. More women should be as forward as men, No, look, I'm not gay, but I understand it, right? Like if he was like if he was some frail, like he's objectively in good shape. Like I'm not a sexual gay person, but I understand why people feel the way they do. What am I, stupid? Anyway, good to see you, CB. Glad you're having fun with it. I hope that you do more of the enemies shows. I know that Hipstar was not available last week, but we hope to see you next week on the show. Really want to see you on the enemies show once again, and you're welcome to come on after enemies to talk about how things went. It's good. You already had 2 episodes down, whether it was with Sam or not. The good thing is that the show is continuing, and and that's what you want. You want to keep going, and you want to get things out there. You want to get people used to seeing the program, right? So, and you're welcome, all of you in the chat are welcome to join the next new Busters program. I do not have a date planned yet, but if we do a Lesme's stream on the Jarvatown channel tonight at 10 p.m., I would like you all to tune in. Unless we change the time to a different one, it should be 10 p.m. and we will see how that goes. But enemies is a labor of love. Okay, all right, very cool. And sometimes those are the best shows possible. Sometimes those are the shows that turn into the greatest, most entertaining thing out there. I like the intro. I can tell that you're putting some editing effort into what you're doing. So I like that. If there's anything that I can do to help to assist the enemies program, I think that would be great. Do you think that that Sam Hill is going to be on the next show? Has he told you that he will be on the next enemy show? And when exactly is it? So I know you said it's on Sundays, right? Or it's on Sundays. Is it Sundays at 9? I don't remember exactly. Now, Jackson Black says, nothing you do is entertaining. Now, I will say, look, every person is an individual, and every individual is entitled to their own opinion. So that is your opinion. That is not the opinion of everyone. But you were absolutely entitled to that opinion. If you're not entertained, I understand. And with that said, you don't have to show up. You don't have to listen. There's absolutely no pressure for you to ever show up or listen or watch any of my streams. It is not school where it's mandatory for you to, watch what I do. So feel free. If you do not find my shows entertaining, go watch Unbleached, go watch Revenge of the Cis, Red Bar, Joe Rogan, Jesse P.S., Owen Benjamin, etc. Yes, Sam, apologize to me. Like Sunday between 6 to 9, I've been getting into Blender lately. It sucks to learn, but it's crazy, dude. Nice. So Blender, for the universal audience, Blender is a 3D animation program, 3D modeling program. So, very cool. So are you going to be making 3D models for the show, or 3D animations for the show? That would be very cool. Tell me more. I've tried to, the most real like 3D kind of modeling that I've ever done was with Paint 3D, Microsoft Paint 3D. I've messed around with Blender a little bit, but it's been quite a learning curve to figure that out. Stormy Winds says, yikes. I don't know these other people. O-Town TX. So you make like animations? Tom Watson says, what's going on? Why are you in your car? Who are these people? Are you children? Did I forget to put on the no children filter? Because, if you forget to hit no children, like all these kids start to show up. How old are you guys? Please tell me that you're adults. I'll let you know what I learn. All right. Cool. Very cool. What are your ages, Tom Watson and O-Town TX? Because I don't want to be talking to... Okay, good. I'm 23 years old. All right, cool. Remember all the Domino's calls? Was that from... refresh my memory. I'm not really sure what the Domino's calls were. Tom Watson, I'm 25. All right, so we've got adults. We've got full... when you're 25... I just learned this recently. You're not fully... Your brain is not fully developed until you are 25 years old. Box wants to hook up with you. Do you accept? Look, I'm not interested in hooking up with anybody, including you, Jarva. I'm done with streamers. I'm not hooking up with anybody. I'm not, I'm not sexually interested in anybody on the internet. I'm in the real world, living in the real world. CB, yeah, let me know what you do. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you're doing with your show. I would like to know what you do in the future. You're just, no, I don't want to talk in DMs. I don't do DMs, I used to do that shit when I was drunk, but I don't fuck around with that. Listen, the reason I was asking about age is just because I wanted to make sure that nobody was children, because one time I accidentally, when it's asked, are you streaming to children or not, I guess I didn't answer it or hit yes to children, and like all these people started flooding in, and I was like, why am I having like 40 viewers? I never get 40 viewers right out of the gate. And it turned out it was children, and okay, all right, weird. All right, so that's what happened. So yeah, Trevor, are you doing the show tonight at 10 p.m.? Are you available to do the Lesbian show tonight? So bro smokes. Are you asking if I smoke? If I smoke pot? Because I will say, is that what you're asking? First of all, I just want to know if that's what you're asking. And I'll give you an answer when you tell me if that's what your question is. "23andMe. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. All right. Very funny. Some people wanted to be on Tuesday. Who are these people? Who are the people? She said it. Who's she? Who the fuck is she? She said it like she meant it. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Are you talking about me? I don't know. But listen, if you're not going to do it tonight, tell me. We won't do it tonight. We'll do it a different day, right? If you don't want to do it 10 p.m. tonight, then tell me the day and time you want to do it. Remember, you are the producer. You are the person. Yeah, 23andMe, right? 23andMe. Listen, I don't do. First of all, you know me. I don't like anybody. I like older people. Older ladies. I like people who. I would never hook up with someone my age. That would be too young for me. I like people who are more sophisticated, more world, more yeah, I like people who are, when I used to work at the computer store, there were some older women who would say, you always ask for my number, but you never call me. Those are the type of ladies that I'm interested in. right? That's the type of people that I like. If you're not if you're not 10 years older than me, I'm not interested. Let's be honest. That's my rule of thumb. Look out, spaghettis. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're just saying shit now. No, I don't know how old Betty Spaghetti is, but she's too young. Listen, I need 43 and up, right? 43 and older. If you're not 43 or older, I'm not interested in your punanya. That's just a fact. And I don't know why I'm such a fucking pervert in that way, but that's just the way it is. You know? That's how it is. You know, like when I got married to my wife, or when I got my girlfriend, when she was my girlfriend, she had to lie about her age because I didn't know if it was cool with people that she was like, 10 years older than me. I didn't know if they were going to be like, oh, she's like, she's a freak. She's a weirdo. Anyway, people love podcasts. People love top tier content. And people love when you hunt and kill. Stop messaging little girl. Who the fuck is messaging little girls? You fucking freak. Con. Who is Con? Who are you and why are you talking? And why do you exist? Why are you a person who thinks that you're a person of value? Do you think that you matter? I mean, maybe you do matter. I don't know you. Con, are you one of those children? How old are you? Are you an adult? Please tell me. Put a 1 in the chat if you're over 18, please. I'm just confirming. I'm just making sure that people are healthy and safe. And I feel like there's a glitch with YouTube right now where they're telling me there's 56 people in chat, but there's really nothing even close to that. But what I want to know, Java, are we doing a show tonight? If the answer is no, say no. If the answer is yes, say yes. If the answer is I'm not sure, say I'm not sure. But whatever it is, please, folks, give us a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. It helps. But I can tell that the YouTube app is messed up because it's saying 57 people are watching right now, right? That doesn't make any sense. How the hell would that even be possible? You know? All right, you're not sure if you're going to do the show? All right, well, let me know in the in the in the group chat what we're gonna do, what you want me to do, right? And you tell me. Why are people watching suspicious? Give me your bestian. Lesbians. Look. I will do the show. And we'll do it. I'll do it glassesless. This will be my face on the Lesme show because I will do it different. Every episode is so damn different. This is my Lesme's persona. It's a different person altogether. You're going to get a different persona, a different human, right? Because this is the Busters. This is me on Busters. You know, we switch it up. We change it. We change the personality, right? And that's the bottom line. Best being the best a lesbian can give. All right. So I do my best, and I will try my best for sure. I will definitely work hard at it and try and but you got to tell me when we're going to do the show. But yeah, like I was telling you in the Hipstar in the Hipstar group chat, people are having fun with you. They're enjoying your rants on people. They are becoming a Jarva fan. Uncle Podcast, I know, is a fan. They're cutting clips of you saying shit, so they're liking it, quite a bit. So you have that to look forward to. Betty says you're an abusive lesbian, huh, Jarva? There's lots of those. Wow. Taking shots at the lesbian community. Spaghetti's I dominate the shit out of Jarva. Wow, that's like you would be the so Betty, you would be the dom in the Betty and Jarva. Are you saying like if are you saying you two would have sex and you would dominate her? Is that what you're implying here? That's very forward and very fascinating. Bagel Bossless is here. Wow. I always thought Jarva would be the dom, but maybe she's a secret sub. Who knows? Who knows what the world is? Bagel Bossless, good to see you. Let me be clear. I am a fan of Lossless, but I'm also a fan of Hipstar and the whole situation, all the clips and everything. I'm having fun with it. I'm enjoying it. The shit that you I would watch I would pay money to to watch a Jarva and Betty Spaghetti film. But you know me, I'm a fucking gay weirdo. Radio Foreman, women ruin everything. You know, Foreman, you're bringing a lot of negative female vibes, and I think that you might just be a straight up gay. I don't even know if you like women. Like, do you like? I feel like your ironic misogyny is actual misogyny, and you actually hate women. Like, I joke about hating women, but listen, if the world was filled, if I was the only guy on earth and everyone else was women, I don't think I would have a problem with that. But I feel like you would feel like you were in hell. You'd be like, there's no dudes out here, bro. What am I gonna fucking do? Who am I gonna talk to about catalytic converters? Who am I gonna talk to about changing my transmission fluid, bro? Who am I gonna talk to about? Fixing my RDX graphics processor, RGX Pro processor, computer processor, whatever the fuck. Yo, which guy am I gonna talk to about my laying bricks? Because bitches can't do that, right? So that's what you're all about. So Foreman, now I jest, I joke, I'm just being, honestly, I'm being retarded, but I'm not doing that by choice. That was God's choice. I want to ask you, are you a supporter of men or women? And Betty and Jarva, what do you think? Does he love women or does he love men? Who am I going to talk to about my colonoscopy? Look, I don't know who you're going to talk to about your colonoscopy, because I don't think that that's like a reasonable thing to talk to anybody about. But I did think it was weird. I like Lossless. I will say that he's smarter than me. He's more put together. He's more intelligent. He knows more about live streaming, using computers, broadcasting, etc. But what I will say is that I was very surprised that he did not know that you were knocked out during colonoscopies. I thought that was pretty obvious. Unbleached said he was going to get a colonoscopy and he was going to be knocked out. And Lossless was like, what? You're going to be knocked out? As if the normal thing was to have somebody shove a camera up your ass while you're totally sober. Does that make any sense? To be wide awake with a camera up your ass. Humans are gay now. Just look at Jarva. Now, what do you mean by that? I mean, does she look like David Bowie? Sure. But that doesn't mean she's gay. That means she's in between genders. Which is okay to say, because I think it's acceptable for me to say that she's in between genders because she's called me a lesbian only 10,000 times. Only 10 million times. So I think it's acceptable for me to say you look like David Bowie. Nah, I'm just waiting for my Nordic princess in the mail. Foreman, would you do a skate meetup with me and Rev in PA at the Steelton skate park, and possibly I feel like we should skate in an abandoned mall. I feel like that would be the cool way to do it. Yeah, if you pay for it. All right. If I pay for your plane. NP says this is sad. Who are you? Who is NP and who is the goat? Who are you folks? Where are you from and who are you? And how old are you? Because I'm suspicious of young people being young and gay and weird and dumb and stupid. Pay for my helmet rental. I don't know what Thearians are, but I feel like honestly, NP, you are sad. You're a sad boy. And that's how you are. Pay for my helmet rental. I don't know what that means. Oh, you don't have to. It's a free park. It's a public park. I don't know what the parks are like out in Seattle, but any park that is outdoors, you don't have to pay for helmet rental. That's only indoor parks. Tom Asta, that dude, skated X Park constantly. Didn't have to wear a helmet because he was so cheap. Oh, it was a bad joke. All right, whatever. With that said, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that everyone was here. I have to get going. Thank you for showing up. Have fun.